POV with MD, Len, and Gene. Live on Facebook. Sunday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch the morning POV with MD, Len, and Gene. Live on Facebook. Sunday and Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Ayan. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back, Len.
And Jean.
Sorry, welcome back, Gene pala. Ikaw pala
Nakabalik
yung
na ako,
pala.
Jean.
Naka-welcome back na si Len last episode, di ba? So,
Oo.
good morning, everybody. Oh, hindi ka pa nag-i-intro, MD. Intro
Good
na.
morning
I miss you
again.
guys.
This is MD, your anti-ignorance BFF.
And I'm very, very tired, but I'm still trying to be your happiness advocate, Len.
And this is your resident Maldita Jean. I missed you guys. Welcome to the
I
Wednesday
miss
episode
you.
of the Morning POV. Wow. Very, it's a Wednesday, but it doesn't feel like a Wednesday. It feels like a Monday, no? Nakaka-stress. Si Len, stress.
It's my it's my what? Third Monday of the week, Jean. Grabe.
Wow. Third Monday regular time or ano to? Third Monday.
24 hours, 22 hours a week. Every day. For 2 weeks na. This is the second week. At yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon anyway.
Pag-uusapan
Oo.
later, no? So, we'll start off with our favorite segment, which is actually our social media kalembang. Again, these are personalities and events that are very popular in the social media world at the moment. So, for today, we have our three picks again. I think I'm sharing them already, no? So, first is Sharon Cuneta, followed by Matteo Gudicelli, and then of course,
Yeah.
ang sumira ng 2020 natin, no? COVID. And for today's episode, we have another special guest back actually because of popular demand. So our friend from Dubai, Mr. Erwin Cirilla.
Yes. Parang balak na kaming palitan ni Erwin pag nag-absent daw kami.
Ano lang,
sa show.
taga palit. Hey, good morning, live from Dubai.
Okay.
Pumipiyok pa ako.
Good morning.
Ang aga dito, alas 6 pa lang ng umaga.
Grabe. Sobra.
Dapat pala early morning POV ang
Super early morning POV para kay Erwin. O, simulan na natin, MD?
Okay, go Len. First.
Ay, ako pala, no? Oo, grabe ang agang chismis. Chismis agad. Wala masyadong alam pero bumulaga siya sa Facebook at nakita ko nga na si Sharon Cuneta ay galit na galit. Apparently, it was still ano pa rin to, tawag dito, sequel nung Frankie and Ben Tulfo altercation. Doon pa rin siya nag-uugat. And recently, may netizen nga by the name of Sunny Alcos na to quote na lang, no? I'll just quote and then I'll let you guys comment on this. Ang sabi ni Sunny, pasalamat ka, Iha. And I think he was referring to Frankie here. Pasalamat ka, Iha. Kung ang edad ko ay 12 years old, magtago ka na sa tatay mong Senador Kiko Matching Pangilinan dahil hahanapin kita para gahasain. Tapos sisihin mo yung tatay mo dahil hindi ako makukulong. Ayan ang ikinagalit ni Ate Shawi. Hindi ka ba naman talaga magalit punong-puno ng kabastusan yung statement? Sinong gustong maunang mag-comment in defense or in of Ate Shawi?
Ako ba defense lawyer?
Kasi mauna na si Erwin.
Kasi baka mamaya
sige.
sugurin
Hindi.
din ako Char.
Gusto ko lang malaman ng
si Ate Shawi.
Gusto ko lang malaman ng mga kalembangers natin na kasi last episode we talk about Leia Salanga. Si Coach Leia ng The Voice. Ngayon si Coach Sharon naman ang pag-uusapan natin. So medyo nagiging relevant ang ating mga coaches from The Voice. So si Coach Sharon, I understand. So, and maraming netizens actually who took her side. Kasi as a mother, ganun talaga yung mararamdaman mo pag nabastos yung anak mo. Pero there are two sides always of the story. So, tingnan natin yung parang liability nitong Sunny Alcos na citizen. He's actually from London. And of course, si Ate Shawi kung ano yung kanyang expression at kung bakit naman medyo naging sobra yung kanyang reaction dito sa post nga na ginawa nitong Mr. Sunny Alcos. So sa palagay ko naman, una sa lahat, wala sa ating apat at kahit siguro sa ating mga kalembangers na do we support this kind of online. It's not a threat, but it's a really done it's done poorly in bad taste if you mention the word rape at lalo na kung directed sa anak mo kahit ano pa man sabihin masama. So sa mga napanood ko so far at sa mga comments ng mga netizens natin, una may liability si Sunny Alcos. He's actually violated a provision in the family code at yung bawal bastos law na meron dyan sa natin sa Pilipinas. So hindi maganda and I think this prompted him to actually shut up or talagang kinlose niya lahat ng kanyang social media accounts and everything.
Hinanap siya ni Shawi, no?
And ngayon naman kay Ate Sharon, kay Coach Sharon, is, well, naintindihan natin yung kanyang passion, but she has to understand, we're talking about Frankie Pangilinan, who's no longer a minor. I think she's 19 years old, and she's equally capable to defend herself. That's number one. And second, yung kanyang mga threats and everything, which is very emotional, natitingnan natin na galit ng isang ina para i-depensahan ng kanyang anak, which is understandable. Pero ang criticism kay Ate Shawi ngayon is she's probably crossed the line as well because if you look at her tweet or her posts, kung titingnan mo yung threat niya against this Sunny Alcos, siya tuloy yung parang may liability. Siya yung may threat. If you analyze the statement of Ate Sharon, because itong si Sunny Alcos, it's not really a threat if you look at his statement. But Sharon, actually, may pagbabanta and may mga name dropping of some sort yung kanyang connection kay Secretary, DJ Secretary Leonardo Guevara, na sinabi niya, anak ako ni Pablo Cuneta, hindi mo alam kung sino binabangga mo, God help me and God help you and the law kapag nakita ka namin. May pagbabanta. So, sa ating apat, ano sa palagay nyo ang stand nyo? Kasi ako, naintindihan ko siya pero may mali. Both sides. Mali-maling ginawa ni Mr. Sunny Alcos, pero may mali din ginawa si Coach Sharon sa palagay ko.
Ako, I agree with you on that, Erwin, no? Kasi parang mali naman talaga yung statement. As in, 12 years old, rape should not be found in the same sentence. In fact, the word rape it's not something that should be tossed about really lightly because it's really a grave matter. Sobrang grabe siya. Pero, kung titignan natin, kasi parang nagiging empty threat naman talaga. Kung titignan mo. Kasi there is no capability to do it. Kasi was Frankie Pangilinan really in physical danger? Hindi naman. No. Hindi naman talaga, di ba? So, I guess pwede ngang mabaligtad kasi kung sinong may capability na gumawa nun, it's Sharon Cuneta. Lahat ng mga pinagsasabi niya. Correct. She has the financial capability to do it. She has the network to do it. Diba? So parang she became the person, kumbaga yung kino-call out niya, yun siya. She became the person that she hates. Nag-threaten to si Sunny, tapos siya rin, gumawa rin siya ng threat niya. Pero ang may capability to actually do it is her. Hindi yung isa. It's the same view dun sa, and that's why I felt the thing about yung sa teacher yung kay Duterte. You remember that episode?
Oo,
Where
that's
naging
Barangay.
kalembang of the day din natin yun eh. Kasi wala namang capability talaga yung teacher to physically harm the president. It was really an empty threat. So I guess the reaction should have been commensurate. Siguro mas maganda kung nag-stop na siya dun sa hindi maganda yung sinabi mo tungkol sa anak ko. Diba? Hindi ko rin nagustuhan yung sinabi mo tungkol sa asawa ko. Diba? Pero, diba? So it should have stopped there. Hindi na dapat umurong pa na nandamay pa, nag-name drop pa, tapos may physical threat na utter. It should have stopped na lang dun sa expression of distaste and then move on na. Kasi ngayon lumaki pa yung issue. Pwede kaya siya. I think she can be sued, no? For this.
She actually called out.
I doubt na siguro naman hindi naman siya i-demanda ni Mr. Sunny, no?
Diba? Tinawag niyang rapist yata itong si Sunny Alcos, di ba? Sa kanyang mga post. So,
ako very briefly, no? One, yung comment bad face, it's not something that one should make. Ito na yung bumababa yung level of discourse natin in public, no? Second, pinupolitika na siya. The guy is being painted DDS, and then obviously we know where the Pangilinan and Conetas are in terms of the political spectrum. So, nabahiran na siya. Although, kahit sinabi kong bad taste yung comment, may mga defenders itong si Sunny Alcos because they did a blow-by-blow analysis of what he said. So number one, according to a lawyer, and this is a lawyer I'm monitoring, right? Number one, hindi threat yung sinabi daw ni Sunny Alcos. In fact, he said, kung ang edad ko. So it's a matter of syntax error for them where the statement was poorly crafted. Pero ang pinupunto daw niya, kung titignan mong buo yung statement, remove the emotions around it. He's basically pointing to the flaw in our juvenile system.
The juvenile justice law.
It exonerates.
And we all know who was the proponent of that law, lowering criminal liability. It was Senator Pangilinan. So yun yung legal aspect dun sa komento ni Alcos. Now, as far as Sharon is concerned, understandably, no, she's a mother and parents, moms, they have the right to react the way they are reacting right now or the way she's reacting. Pero mag-ingat siya, baka siya ang sampalin din ng mga demanda because yung pinost niyang reply, in-encircle na ng mga abogado to say, ito yung pwede kang kasuhan, madam, kasi ito yung mga pinagsasabi mo, yung rape, yung veiled threats, yung allegation, yung calling of names. So baka kung may mga advisor itong si Sunny, baka advisor pa siya, ikaw magdemanda sa kanya since siya wala namang legal standing yung ikakaso niya. And hinaharas na daw itong tao because pinagtatawagan daw yung employer niya in London, and then obviously nag-shutdown na siya ng social media because of some harassing and threatening posts. So, but anong nangyayari na sa atin, no? I mean, why in this kind of...
Bigyan natin ng payo itong mga artistang to. I don't know if they're trying to be, sabi nga ni Erwin, baka trying to be relevant para pa rin, pinag-uusapan pa rin, or maybe they really sincerely feel that. But let's not, kinuha ko nga yung libro ko Ito talaga, maganda itong basahin. Miss Sharon Caneta, please read this because we don't need to react.
Hindi tayo bayad sa
wala pa tayong sponsor so pwede pa ako mag-advertise. We don't need to react to everything we hear, see, or experience. Choose your battle. Ikaw pa naman si Sharon Coneta. Anyway.
Okay, let's move on. Jean?
So speaking of which, di ba, that was your question, MD. Sabi mo, di ba, ano na bang nangyayari sa atin? I have the same question kasi ito, si Mateo Godecelli, di ba? Di ba? So a video was actually posted of him unboxing a PS4. So apparently, somebody heard na he was looking for a PS4, or a PS actually. So itong Sony representative or the company actually sent him one. So dahil gusto niya lang maging grateful, of course, video niya yung unboxing. Ngayon, because I think kakaiba rin, if you watch the video, pinunit-punit niya yung box. Pinunit-punit niya yung box. Literal na nag-unboxing siya. Yun, di ba? Dapat sinabi tear boxing siguro dapat. Kung tear boxing kasi apparently this actually annoyed, well not really annoyed, pero it generated a response from netizens saying na yan nga, hindi naman siya marunong mag-unbox, hindi naman unboxing yon. But technically, he was just literally opening something. So pati yun, issue na. Diba? So that video is making the rounds and people are commenting how inappropriate or how he doesn't deserve it kasi hindi naman niya alam kung ano yung value ng ganong toy. So dapat he should have preserved the box. May mga ganyang comments. So I'd like to hear it from you. And I don't even know why we are devoting 5 minutes of our time to really talk about this. But yeah, go ahead. What do you think of that? What's your comment on this video round and the backlash that social media is giving Matteo Guidicelli?
Ako isa lang masasabi ko, sabi ko nga kanina, di ba? Wala kasing issue kay Coach Sarah. So yung asawa na lang niya. kasi wala silang ma-issue kay Coach Sarah. Sarah is not vocal about anything. She doesn't have a stand sa ABS-CBN shutdown. Wala, tahimik siya. So yung asawa niya yung guguluhin nila. And people actually identify Matteo Guidicelli as part of the administration because reservist siya, di ba, sa military. So napaka-neutral nung mag-asawa. So walang issue. So itong mga taong tong nasa Twitter, yung mga pa-woke na akala mo alam nilang lahat sa mundo. At pag-uutusan nila yung tao kung ano yung dapat o hindi dapat gawin, nangingialam. Business niya yun. At siguro, ito masasabi ko lang because I also watch other YouTube vloggers. I forgot his name, but sobrang yaman niya. And he's opening boxes of like Gucci and very expensive high-end shoes. Tinatapon-tapon lang yung box at wala siyang pakialam. Bakit yun walang comment? Because he's not a celebrity? Pero he's sobrang yaman. Alam mo yun?
Meron namang political angle ito dahil Matteo
meron.
Okay.
Meron. Siyempre, associate naman sila na sa gobyerno. Alam mo naman lahat ng, hindi ko lalahatin. Pero karamihan ng mga nasa Twitter na sobrang talino, mga, alam mo na kung paano mag-isip. Basta against the government, identified, at pro-government or identified sa government, lagi silang may masasabing mali. Yun lang masasabi.
Pero meron siyang there were 31,000 dislikes in the video, but most of them, ang nataw naman, yung mga nakita kong mga nambabash sa kanya, gamers and collectors, actually hindi nila kilala kung sino si Matteo, tapos binabash nila na ganun. Hindi nila alam na this privileged kid probably did not need any toys in his life because, bata pa lang siya, tunay na kotse na ang pinaglalaroan niya, mamahaling mga kotse. He's a car racer. And I think, ang ano ko is, itigil natin mga kapatid, ang inggit sapagkat masama yan sa utak at sa health ng tao. Mayaman si Matteo, hindi niya kailangan ng 2-year warranty. Pag nasira yun, bibili na lang siya uli. And again, the content of his channel, it's not a techie channel. It's not even what's the latest gadget kind of channel. Ang content niya, Matteo. Siya mismo. So, it wasn't, kasi nakumpara by the way kay Michael V. If you see that Michael V unbox na parang ang ganda ng pagka-unbox. Kasi si Michael V, gamer and collector. In fact, yung ina-unbox niya na PS4, it's a limited edition. So, yung pagpipil niya ng plastic, paggagano niya, kasi Matteo, tapon-tapon ganun, hindi natin pwedeng i-compare kasi ang content ng channel ni Michael V, ni Bitoy, yung purpose ng video niya is really for the gadget itself para ipakita sa madlang people how beautiful PS4 is. Mateo's content is not about the technology, it's about, this is me, Matteo, this is my second PS in my life. The first time I had PS was like, and PS1 pa yung huli niyang PS, di ba? That was 20 years ago. Diyos ko. Tsaka ngayon PS5 na, PS4 pa rin yung binubuksan niya. So it was, he's the kind of guy na hindi talaga PS, alam yun, hindi siya maalam.
Yeah.
Oo, hindi.
Very, very briefly so we could move on. Ito na naman yung ang simpleng bagay, umaabot siya sa unnecessary conversation because
Pinatulan din natin.
hindi na naman ni-research yung context nga ng ginagawa ni Mateo. So I could understand why bloggers and tech-savvy people who are doing unboxing in their channel, why sila nagre-react. Number one, Mateo nga, he's not even presenting himself as an influencer for technology. He's not even presenting himself as a vlogger or
as an influencer, period.
No,
that
he's
guy
not.
would earn million, mag-smile lang yan, maghubad lang yan ng t-shirt, 1 million sa isang
Oy.
That is true. Pero kalembang muna tayo dyan. Kalembang muna.
My point in
Maghubad ng
saying
t-shirt. Hindi gusto ni Sarah yan.
this,
Oo, pero totoo yan.
he taped the unboxing to show gratitude nga dun sa nagbigay sa kanya. Kasi number one, he did not even need to show that na I received this blah blah blah. He could have just released a statement saying,
Instagram.
Salamat po ni Philippines, I received your gift. It will be put in a good use, blah blah blah. Pero binidyo niya at natag siyang unboxing. Kaya again, na-misinterpret na naman yung ginawa niya. Kaya nag-react ang mga tao. Kaya sometimes, bago tayo mag-react, kailangan munang i-research natin or at least alamin ano yung context ng ginagawa ng tao.
Correct. Alam mo, he actually reposted it. Sabi niya, this video is making the rounds for some reason. Watch the full video in my YouTube channel. And then he said that, parang, how many of you unbox this way when people are not watching? Kasi totoo naman.
Totoo yan.
Totoo. Hindi, totoo yun. Totoo
You
yun.
will just stare it, lalo na pag excited ka. Hindi
Yes.
ka naman magpo-post sa camera na igaganon mo at iikot-ikot mo. You don't do that in real life.
Diyan papasok yung behavioral pattern natin. Kung owl ka, you will unbox it well. If you are a peacock, yan yung may na bubuksan mo. Siguro siya peacock.
Ilan ang peacock dito sa usapan ka?
Diba? Kung, again, we have to be respectful of the individualities of people. And
I
again,
agree.
he's not presenting himself as an expert of technology or unboxing or stuff.
He wasn't.
Anyway, let's move on. What about our third social kalembang, Erwin?
Okay, speaking of reaction, I think this is something that people are forgetting a bit. Ito yung dapat nagre-react ang mga tao, just to let everyone know. Hindi po nawawala ang COVID-19 sa atin. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, dito sa Dubai, sa buong mundo. And I think it's also proper and appropriate nga na dapat pag-usapan pa rin natin yung mga updates because meron na tayong 31,000 cases sa Pilipinas. So I think it's time for people to talk about something more relevant and more impacting, not just sa health natin, but sa economy natin in general. And it will transition later on to our next topic. But what can you say, guys, about the COVID situation now in our country?
Shit na 31,000 na tayo. Di ba alam?
31,000.
Kailangan ba mag-standing ovation?
31,825 with 1,186 deaths. But at least mataas ang recovery natin nasa 8,400. Among the best, at least in terms of response, we've been acknowledged by some experts na we're actually good in terms of responding to the pandemic ang bansa natin compared to other countries, in fairness.
It's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to look like that. The curve, hindi siya na-flatten. It's weird.
Walang na-flatten sa curve.
Wala. Tapos, parang, I mean, Manila, so both of you are in Clark, diba, Davao, and then Dubai. Here in Manila, parang wala na. It's almost BAU. BAU, business as usual. People are out.
Kawaan na lang tayo.
People dine-in na ulit sa mga restaurant yung mga tao. Parang ang kaibahan lang, para kang nasa Korea na naka-face mask yung mga tao. But everything else is almost back to normal. And it's unfortunate because, you know, the virus is still there. You cannot, parang hindi ko nga maintindihan, how can it be, how can we just assume that it's so easy to step out for non-essential stuff? Diba?
Tinamahan
Ay,
ka.
meron ako.
Nasaktan
In
ka
my
ba?
defense. Wait lang, in my
Diba?
defense.
Nasaktan,
As
may
in,
nasaktan
oh,
dyan.
pagtatanggapin ko rin
Yung
ito,
mga
I
bumibili
stepped
ng
out.
ano dyan, ng milkshake at
Wait,
saka
Mga
Starbucks.
ay, di ako
Diba?
yun.
ganyan.
Hindi ako yun. I stepped out to buy laptop and furniture for my kids' schooling. But it was the first time I stepped out after 95 days. Bro mo, Erwin, I don't have kasi quality quarantine pass. 95 days, Erwin. 95 days ako nakakulong
Wow.
sa bahay. After
May 3
95
buwan.
days, oo, first time ko nag-step out. Alam mo yun, parang gusto kong gumanon sa yung ganun yung feeling. Pero dumiretso kami sa, yun nga, we bought furniture, we bought ganyan. But I felt the people around pa rin, here in Davao, are still scared. Pero ang traffic na. Traffic na
Balik
talaga.
natin.
Parang sabi nga ni Jean, di ba, parang ang attitude ng tao ngayon, bahala na magkahawakan. Parang ganun.
Oo, sir,
Wala
ano na nga to? Parang, they call it something matira matibay.
Oo.
Matira matibay.
ano na tayo? MMGCQ, Matira Matibay Community.
Matibay. Oo.
Anyway, I know I'm one of those who step out sometimes.
Ayan, no? Oy, inamin. Buti
Pero
naman.
the economy should move. And me buying milk tea and buying stuff from
Wow. Tumutulong ka sa local
nakakatulong yun.
entrepreneur.
Oo. Pero in all seriousness, no, this is a serious threat. Kaya nga dapat ang approach dito, yung mga vulnerable, matira muna sa bahay,
Ako.
yung mga hindi naman kailangan lumabas, senior citizens, people with conditions. And then, ang nakakatakot kasi dito, again, not to downplay anything, no? Everything is scary about this. Yung toll that it could take in our healthcare system. Kasi aside from the milestone na 30,000 plus na inabot natin this week, another milestone is daily cases is already 1,000. Na-reach rin natin yung milestone kasi dati
100
pa
to
meetups lang tayo 200, 300, 500,
600, 1,000.
tayo sa 1,000. So kung mag-accumulate yun every day, imagine hospital beds being occupied by COVID patient. Imagine its impact to our healthcare system.
Yes.
No? Mahina na nga ang healthcare system natin. Yung mga nurses natin, underpaid, mga medical professionals.
Paunti na paunti.
Yes, so yun yung danger din dito And then paano yung mga recovering pa? Are we going to a point like Italy where mamimili na lang tayo kung sino yung pwedeng
Kasi na mamatay at hindi.
Sabi ni Murfix Astudillo, no, I think the quarantine served its purpose. That is to prepare our healthcare system, but not to lessen the number of infected, but to be able to provide healthcare to the infected ones. Totoo naman yun. Kaya lang, feeling ko kailangan bumalik tayo. Sorry, I will have to say, we have to go back. We have to keep people at home. Pero yun nga, the economy is really going to suffer.
Yeah.
Yun, it's still the same dilemma actually. It's the same moral dilemma. What is more important, the health of the people or the economy of the country? Yun,
So
it's still a
Leia
tough
said-
question to answer.
Yeah, one of our viewers, Leia, a top fan, said, the traffic is almost back to normal. People are not that scared anymore. I can sense that. What I'm proud of us though is at least we're still wearing masks. 100%. Sa US, half of the population don't even wear mask anymore kasi unnecessary. Totoo yun, no? In the US, there's even a debate whether wearing a mask or regular we're wearing a mask.
Oh my God, the US.
Yes.
Their president, testing. And so many people
Slow down the
stop
test.
the testing. But they test
Oo.
and they test. Ano yun? Ano yun? Pinalambian mo.
Na their president would like to have a population cleansing kasi for a leader of a country na number one and anyway their president would like to be number one in all aspects. So siguro hindi niya
Pati
na-clarify
ito, kasali.
pati COVID, no? Sinabi niya in one of the video, and I think I posted it, sa one of his campaign rallies, sinabi niya na, of course, parang dinidepensahan niya yung number one sila because they're doing a lot of testing daw. So I'm not sure if he was joking, sinabi niya sa rally niya na he asked his people to slow down the testing para bumaba din ang kanilang COVID count.
It's not a joke. It's in character. for him to think like that. It's, you
Consistent.
know, that's how
Consistent
he
character.
is. Diba? That's how he is.
Pero sa totoo lang, I think it's the truth. Like for example, nobody's flagging China now. 'Di ba? I don't think that overnight mawawala ang COVID. They're just not
Hindi
reporting the
talaga.
right numbers. So if you're not doing enough number of tests, definitely hindi tataas ang ano mo, ang count mo. And similarly sa Philippines, because we're getting more aggressive in terms of doing the test. So we see this spike and we don't really see the flattening of the curve, so to speak, because we're actually doing what we are supposed to be doing, which is testing, possible cases of COVID. Yun yung siguro hindi nakikita ng ibang nating mga netizens sa mga kalimbangers natin. O siguro alam natin lahat yan. Kaya lang, ang nangyayari kasi is, okay, nag-test tayo. Ano bang gusto nyo? Mag-test tayo o hindi? Gusto nyo nga mass testing, di ba? So pag nag-mass testing tayo, tapos
Oo.
tumaas ang cases, sabihin natin, walang
Kinikriticize.
ginagawa ang gobyerno. So saan tayo lulugar ngayon?
Mhm.
Wala. Diba?
Good
Mass
point.
testing ang gusto natin.
And we obviously saw the interview of the president 2 days ago. At least the four of us where kinancel niya ang plan to go back to lift community quarantine. We will stay in a low level quarantine. We will not move to the new normal. And for Cebu City specifically, he appointed a top level cabinet member, Secretary Roy Simatu, to head the COVID effort in Cebu kasi in Cebu, it's getting out of control daw, no? Based on the government's analysis of the situation, the political dynamics in Cebu where Osmeña versus Rama versus Labella. So, tignan natin, no? And there's even a discussion, and I think Leia cited this as well. There's a plan to put Manila back on a hard lockdown, or at least areas in Manila where community transmission is out of control. So,
Likely.
yep, COVID is a serious threat. It remains a serious threat. So, in relation to our main topic for today, actually, isa rin si COVID sa consideration. So, for today, our social media, our TMPOV question of the day is actually, Naitay, teacher na, handa ka na ba? This is in reference to the opening of
Na klase.
school year, no? And I just wanted to provide a backgrounder for our viewers on ano ba talaga ang official stand ng government and even private institutions on the opening of classes. So last May 8, the Department of Education Secretary presented to the IATF, the government body that regulates our response on COVID. Last May 8, nag-present siya ng recommendation, and IATF approved the recommendation of the DepEd Secretary. I'll highlight four key points to the recommendation of the DepEd Secretary. So number one, opening of classes in basic education, specifically for public school, shall be on August 24 and it will end on April 30. So tuloy na. Magpapasokan na sa public school ng August 24. For private schools, they will be allowed to start operating based on the start date provided by law, which is actually June, provided that they have a learning continuity plan that they submitted to DepEd. There should be no face-to-face classes earlier than August 24. And from August 24 onwards, face-to-face learning shall only be applied when local risk severity permits it, meaning nasa low-level community quarantine sila, and they will be subject to minimum health standards like wearing of mask, temperature check, disinfection, etc. And then third recommendation is to adopt various learning delivery methods, not limited to face-to-face. So recommended approach includes blended learning, distance learning, homeschooling, and other modes of delivery, which shall be implemented depending on the local community quarantine of the area, and then compliance with minimum health standard. And then yung fourth, conduct curricular and co-curricular activities involving gatherings. So meron ding recommendation si DepEd na from time to time, meron dapat gatherings such as science fairs, showcase of talents, portfolio, school sports, campus journalism, festival of
Sports
talents,
events.
and the like. So what do you
Mm-mm.
think about our readiness to open school this June or this August? Len. Ito yung
Ako na ba?
pinaka-
Hindi kasi yung sa akin, very personal yung experience ko. Lahat hindi ready. Wala akong masabi na isang aspeto na gobyerno ba ready, teachers ba ready, magulang ba ready, estudyante ba ready. Lahat hindi ready, yung totoo. Because again, it's been my second week, no. Una mo na kasi my kids have already started, no, with orientation. The official classes will start in July, in the first week of July. So puro orientation kami ngayon. And what happened was, yung nga yung sinasabi ni MD, they are supposed to submit a learning continuity plan. And of course, private schools will be able to do right away the learning continuity plan. Wala kasing mababago sa curriculum. I don't have any issues with the curriculum. It's still the same lesson that will be delivered. Ang problema ko dito, yung 4 na requirements na hiningi ng DepEd sa mga school. So, first of all, ano yung form na communication na gagamitin? And then materials. And then yung learning activities and assessments or assignments learning activities and assignments or modules, sinabit din nila yan. Lastly, assessment. Doon pa lang sa communication strategy nila, no? The platforms are Messenger, Google App or Google Meet or Zoom. At alam naman nating lahat na, of course, to be able to do this, requirement ang internet. So okay lang sa mga private school. Paano ang kawawa nating mga, alam mo yun, mga mamamayang walang internet, right? Kahit pa sabihin na may mga mayor na katulad ni Vico Soto na talagang mamimigay sila ng tablets and prepaid wifi, pero hindi lang kasi yun. Kailangan din, like for example, 3 anak mo, I'll speak on behalf of yung pinagdaanan ko, no? You have to give them a corner in the house. They have to have the table. They have to, sige, dining table gamitin mo or kahit ano, pero yung headset din, kailangan mong bilhin because hindi naman pwedeng 3 bata sabay-sabay naririnig yung lesson ng isa't isa. Tapos, my experience is that even the teacher have internet connections. Even our teachers are also, everybody's learning together with the students. And even before the students can learn, right now is the week that I see the struggle of teachers kung paano gagamitin ang Zoom, paano mag-share, paano minsan nagsasalita, 15 minutes na nagsalita, hindi na-realize, walang microphone, yung mga ganon. I mean, that's something that should have been done by communication. And then, hindi ko alam, ito pa, this is my issue. Online class is 1 hour. And then, in the middle, may asynchronous learning sila. Asynchronous learning is with the class, no? So, 1 hour yun. Tapos may asynchronous na 30 minutes na siguro may gagawin sila yan. Pero yung after that, puro magulang, parent assisted. So again, okay lang kasi 'di ba? Ang problema nito, ako na mismo I graduated from a bachelor's degree. Iba na yung mathematics ngayon, mga iba ang itinuro sa atin ngayon, Singaporean yan. Paano pa yung mga magulang na hindi tumungtong sa grado na yon mag-a-assist ngayon ng mga anak nila? How is
Exactly.
how are all
Yes,
these
diba?
So Len, you're coming from a corporate mom perspective where I can consider you techie based from how I know you. So maraming variable dito, like, right? So you mentioned technology. So Erwin, you're in Dubai and I know you have an experience in assisting homeschooling kasi in Dubai they started with this experiment in March, as early as March. So paano dyan, technology-wise, the experience? Similar ba siya na
so, oo, teka, bago ko sabihin yung experience dito sa Dubai, gusto ko lang i-share. Siguro there's a very appropriate song coming from DepEd now. Sabi ng DepEd sa atin, ready or not, here I come, you can hide.
I know, this is the few
Ready or
ways.
not, you can
sorry,
hide. Kasi,
hindi ako familiar sa song na yan. It's so
Eugene yan. Oy, bata
diba?
ka pa ba nun?
Sorry,
Eugene?
90s baby ako eh. Go ahead, Erwin.
Hindi totoo yan. Kasi ready or not, like for example, what happened here in Dubai when we started the lockdown and everyone shifted in the middle, actually towards the end of the class, the school year. The good thing is here in Dubai kasi we have number 1, we mentioned about connectivity and internet. It's really good. And everyone here has internet connection from phone, mobile, or sa bahay ng mga estudyante. And everyone has immediate access to laptops. But as it is, given the situation, hindi lang kasi sa technology ang issue eh. Nabanggit na ni Len eh. So I could imagine, because I am actually an uncle of a child with special needs. And we're talking about normal schooling. Paano pa kaya yung mga bata na may special needs? Iba pa rin yung demand doon. And we talk about supporting them. Dito, I can see, si Len nabanggit niya na we have actually converted the entire living room to become a classroom.
Internet cafe, actually.
Exactly. So naka-set up yung desk niya, yung laptop, yung internet. It should be, everything has to be set up. And I don't think everyone in the Philippines would have the same capability. Hindi ko sa minamaliit, but that is the situation. Yun ang reality. And it doesn't end there. It doesn't end with the infrastructure and the support. You have to devote a lot of time supporting the child. Because everything, the good thing here is ang mga bata rito kasi mga Inglesero and they're actually tech savvy in a way. Di ba? Alam nila mag-operate ng Zoom, alam nila, teacher, can you open Zoom meeting? Can you share this and stuff? Which is good, but I don't think the same applies in the Philippines. Mahirap ang sitwasyon. Mahirap.
Mas teacher, Erwin.
Na naman. So obviously, this is, I hate to mention social classification, social status. Do you think may impact na naman ito na mahuhuli na naman
meron
or strata? And sorry, yung mga single parents, you mentioned this requires time, assisting the kid, and then merong mga activities that require parents' attention. So what do you think, Jean, on overall impact?
It will. Kasi before, when we were doing face-to-face, right, at least we were comfortable that the mode of delivery, all the assessments, all the materials are almost the same. Almost. Mapa-public ka, mapa-private. Pero now, it's going to be very different. Whoever has online capability, whoever has, more options in terms of technology, and who has access to more information na hindi lang based sa classroom, yun ang wagi. So it's not going to be a problem like in terms, tama yung dependency mo, it's not just on the content, but on how the content is going to be deployed and who's going to do it. Kasi tignan mo I'm sure the private teachers, the private school teachers are probably undergoing some sort of preparation for virtual learning transition, right? They are. But your public school teachers, the sheer head count of that, kahit magpa-seminar sila, I know that one of our viewers is saying there are now ongoing several webinars in preparation for the opening of classes from August 24. For technology daw yan, according to Yuan. He says that it's there. Paano ko yung teacher mo, yung webinar pa man lang, hindi rin ma-access? It's hard.
60 years old and above.
Diba? Remember the transition to PowerPoint when there was a move to really phase out blackboards and whiteboards kasi nakaka-asthma siya and people were encouraged to do PowerPoint. Imagine how people went up in arms against that because they weren't technologically savvy. And then you have this. So good luck na lang if you are from a private school.
Bilang estudyante, Jean, di ba, minsan ikaw or teacher, di ba, may pinrepare ka na PowerPoint, pero when you look at the faces of your students and you see someone is struggling or there was a deviation from the learning, di ba, you deviate from your PowerPoint and you create your own visual on the spot. Paano nila gagawin yun ngayon?
Kaya kasi isipin ko, even the assessments, if they are going to deploy different learning methods, because of the access to technology and other platforms, right? How will they assess? And how will they know that this is the curriculum that they need to stick with? Kasi paiba-iba na ng deployment yan. Magiging late yan.
How can it be standard, no?
Diba? It will not be standard. That's the problem here. Kaya nga sabi ko, when we talked about this in the past, we're not ready. And we shouldn't have forced it. We shouldn't have forced it. Sorry, and you
Kasi
know, I got into a debate kasi sabi, hindi naman daw ako master's degree in whatever, wala daw ako certification with DepEd or what. No, but it's not rocket science, guys. You don't execute without conducting proper due diligence. And was there due diligence? Ano yun, yung survey? Na umabot ba yung survey, let's say, sa Cordillera or yung mga tao na tumatawid ng
Tawi-tawi,
ilog?
ganun. Yeah.
Diba?
yung tumatawid pa ng ilog
So
para
there are-
makapasok.
Para makapasok.
There are LGUs that are trying to support the national government on this. Na-mention natin si Vico Soto. Pero
Hindi
it's
lang
not
yun
just
yun.
a question on technology. Let's say magpondo ako to buy gadgets, laptops, and then dongles for prepaid internet. The other question there nga is, number one, kaya bang mag-load ng mga parents every day or every week? And then, paano yung mga area nila na poor ang internet connection, ang signal? How would they really
Nakakaawa.
cope up with this? Kasi alam natin, there are a lot of companies who are trying to also shift on work at home status right now. Pero nahihirapan because of the infrastructure. Tapos yung mga teachers, kasi not everyone, aminin man natin no hindi, ready sila, and this cannot be learned overnight. Hindi,
Yes.
I laud na may mga webinar efforts, no? Pero given the timeline that we are facing, na we're staring at August sa public school, and then ongoing na yung sa private school right now, I think I agree, Jean, we are not ready, but
We're not
should
ready.
just stop, or should we just stop and say, wag na lang natin gawin because hindi tayo ready, wala tayong capability. But what do we see as way forward to this? May mga alternatives ba na pwedeng i-consider? I know the president mentioned TV and radio, and may mga pa-woke na saying, Pangulo, I read this comment, I almost replied Pangulo, nasa 2020 na po tayo, TV at radyo pa rin ang sinasabi mo. Hindi ba pwedeng mag-modernize tayo? But is there a value in considering those forms of communications, TV and radio?
And radio. Even for remote,
There
for the
is.
most remote areas. 'Di ba?
Ang sinasabi,
Bago tayo mag-move forward sa discussion anong gagawin, bigyan ko kayo ng 50-foot view talaga ng problema ko. na problema ng mga magulang. I'll give you a 50-foot view here. Una, financial. You have to buy gadgets. So, 'di ba? Everybody has cellphone here. May tablet kami. Pero we still had to buy another laptop dahil dun nga sa mga modules kasi naka-Google Meet siya doon mo paano mo naman titingnan yung mga maliliit na alam mo yung mga sasagutan nila sa ganito kaliit na screen. So you really have to buy the laptop. We are subscribed to 2 ISPs, 'di ba? Dalawa na yung internet service provider para hindi napuputol pa rin, napuputol. And then the school though provided the prepaid wifi pero fluctuating. New furnitures like what I said, headset with noise cancellation dahil maliit ang bahay namin, nagkakarinigan sila. We also had to buy a printer because the assessments that they have to answer, some of them are in PDF, and so that ang ano kasi nang worry ng husband ko yung screen time ng mga kids sa computer. So we have to print them so that hindi masyadong nakatutok sa screen. Isa pang issue ko, yung anak ko napilitang mag-Facebook, yung high school na, when in fact we had an agreement that dapat 16 pa siya mag-Facebook. Kaso ngayon, he had to be self-sufficient. Most of the is on Facebook, mga announcement nasa page ng school. So napilitan kami na payagan siyang mag-Facebook. So ngayon, isa pa yung iintindihin ko na i-regulate yung Facebook use niya. Diyos ko, ang extension cord sa bahay, alam mo yung isang araw nadapa na ako sa sobrang. Other than that, more time is demanded kasi we need to assist the kids. 50% class, yung iba nga 70% magulang, 30% lang ang online class na binibigay ng teacher. Guiding them sa paghahanap ng modules. Bukod doon, ang daming projects ngayon. Yung isa kasi, 2 weeks na siya sa grade school. And the different stress level, ito yung mga stress level na na-experience ng magulang at ng students ngayon, when kids are kicked out from internet and they're not able to join the classes, naiiyak sila kasi mahuhuli na sila sleep depravity, from the mga magulang, especially yung teacher. Yung teacher ngayon, ano yan, di na yung natutulog dahil kaaral kung paano yung technology pagaganahin sa class nila dahil hindi sila pwedeng pumalpak. Ang mga magulang na nagtatrabaho, I work at night and then I have to assist in the daytime. Paano yung mga magulang na may day work, 'di ba? Ang mga single parent, and parents need to cope up on learning how to use technology rin. I mean, ako mismo na I've been working on technology all my life. I'm still struggling.
That is another facet that they did not look at. Did anyone actually mount a seminar for parents?
For the parents.
On how to
Ayun lang,
psychologically prepare them, emotionally prepare them, and even for tech. Yan nga yung sinasabi natin from the start. Hindi lang ito basta may curriculum ka na pwede ka nang tumakbo. Hindi yun. Because it takes a lot, di ba? They say it takes a village to raise a child. Dito matetest talaga yan. Kasi hindi lang yan teacher. Diyos ko, di ba? Kawawa. Imagine mo na lang, if you're a vendor in the palengke.
Yun nga.
Ako sabi ko nga, pag nag-trigonometry na yung anak ko, girl.
Suka tayo.
How will I support?
Suka tayo.
How will I support him kapag nagtanong na siya ng what is the ganyan-ganyan? Oh my God. Isa pa yun, paano mag-guarantee na hindi chine-cheat yung assessments? Because everything is on Google
mga
now.
magulang, mga magulang na sumasagot ng assessment.
Diyos ko, hindi nako talaga.
Kasi ituro ko, ako na lang ang magsosolve, di ba?
Oo, I know, Len, you invested quite a fortune for this.
A six digit.
Six digits. And everyone for 6 digits here to prepare for this. And again, hindi lang yung money aspect, yung time. Kasi paano nga kung nagtatrabaho ka, will you leave a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, an elementary kid
in front of their PC nang sila lang, di ba?
Yeah.
Matutulog yan o kaya naka-YouTube na yan. Sus ko.
Oo.
At saka, masabi ko lang, tayo nga na adults, we work, and itong lockdown, we have our Zoom meetings. Yung 1-hour Zoom meeting, nasa stress na tayo, masakit na sa ulo. Imagine the child for 8 hours almost na nasa Zoom meeting. Imagine mo yung stress level ng bata. Wala pa yung stress level ng magulang.
Yung screen time, yung screen time na nire-reduce mo bilang magulang ngayon, wala ka ng choice kasi yung screen time nila talaga 4 to 6 hours.
Kaya nga. So, I think ako sa totoo lang, at best, it's an experiment. And why will I pay for an experiment?
Very expensive. I heard
it's an expensive experiment.
Ito pa isa kong issue. I only got a 10% discount. That's it. To enroll this school year. Pero mas marami na ako ngayon ng nako. Anyway, moving, let's move forward. What do we do?
Again, should we just stop? Should we what do we
Wala na akong choice.
As a way forward? May nagsabi dito na, and I like this, and it's aligned to what I was thinking kanina. Dapat ang ginawa natin, I know it's not really a comment. Sabi ni Roan, the question is what has been done to continually improve and prepare our teachers even prior to the pandemic. So dapat we just took and again, it's an economy, it's an impact to the economy question kasi if you will put a stop to the school year, marami na naman unemployed na teachers, school personnel. It's a question of economy too. So, but hindi na lang nilaan yung time na to prepare everyone. Sabi mo nga, it's a matter of
pag pilitin na July or June, 'di ba? Kung August o kung hindi, September
January, kahit January.
Correct.
3 months na i-seminar or i-workshop yung mga teachers, alam mo yun, get them certified. I think that's enough time. Tapos i-prepare. Alam mo yung bawat town, maglagay ng parang central area that's really for this. Para yung mga hindi maka-afford, then they can go there. Ang dami. Pero ako personally, what I did, kasi number 1, I will not pay for an experiment. Number 2, because it is online, we need to be cognizant of the fact that we don't have to limit ourselves to the Philippine border. And there are countries that have been doing this far longer than we have They have experienced teachers or virtual facilitators. So what I did, guys, if you want to check it out, if you don't know kung anong gagawin nyo sa anak nyo at sa sarili nyo, kung ready na ba kayo mag-support, di ba? Check out outschool.com, right? It's based in the US, but they have really interesting life courses. So what I did for my son, I built a curriculum for him. It's composed of financial literacy, meron dito learning to manage anger, attitude of
Kailangan ko yan.
gratitude. So, di ba, ikaw ang mag-enroll. And
Kailangan ko yan. I-enroll mo ako dyan.
Oo. Kasi ako ang ginawa ko sa kanya, every month may focus siya. Every month. So, for November, ang focus niya is language. So, may Mandarin classes siya for November. For December, introduction to psychology. And then, Feb and March, it's going to be tech. So, he will take courses on Python and web designing. So, paglabas niya dito, hindi man siya academically, alam mo yon, aligned with everyone, hindi pwedeng sabihin na huli siya. Baka nga advanced pa siya eh. Baka nga mami, pwede na natin siyang i-hire.
Vocational skills na yun eh.
Pwede na siya magtrabaho after this. The courses are for kids. The courses are for kids and you pay per course. Hindi siya buo. And then before you enroll, you can check the feedback on the teacher, the feedback on the, yung learning method din. So I think you can explore something like that. It's outschool.com. So I built this for my kid. And I also, if you guys need help, ayan kami, you guys can email us, send us a note sa inbox nyo if you need help building something like this for your children. We're willing to do that as well. Nang walang bayad.
I'll just read this before we move on.
Pinatype ko nga ngayon, hinahanap ko siya eh.
So UN said as early as late May, meron daw ongoing seminars for teachers, lalo na sa public school, to prepare them for the opening of classes. And that's the action plan of DepEd. Seminars. But is it enough? Ano yung niya? Ano yung content? Plus, like what we've noted, aside from the facilitator aspect of it, paano yung mga parents and, for example, yung parents who can devote their time to this, okay, are we also, did we also prep them? And paano yung mga single parents na they also need to work, naiiwan, supposedly ang bata naiiwan sa school, or paano yung mga, they cannot really devote time to really support the child for this homeschooling, no? And
wala na. Kawawa na. But I can't stop right now. I already spent.
Yun.
Yun ang no?
Wala nang bawian. I didn't prepare this. I didn't proceed this kasi ang nireview ko lang talaga yung curriculum. Nagandahan naman ako. I didn't realize how much of a struggle it was until nagsisimula na yung orientation. So we started with a whole grade school orientation. Tapos naging whole, yung orientation nagkagulo, naging classroom orientation, tapos after ng classroom orientation, ngayon mini group orientation na kasi it won't be settled. May mga magulang talaga na kailangan turuan, nagsistruggle kung, alam mo yun, kailangan i-walk through sa G Suite and all of that, pati teacher.
So walang parang orientation sa inyo, like a tech orientation ng school?
Tech orientation. Una tech orientation, tapos ina-explain din yung curriculum, yung schedule, ganyan. Tapos, actually, kami na lang yung bahala sa time management namin. Pero sa totoo lang, di ba, dapat ino-orient din yun ng mga parents, ganito po ang time management natin. Bahala na kasi ngayon, it takes so much time to orient about yung schedule and then saan makikita yung lessons, paano sa project, paano sinasubmit, ina-upload, yung mga ganun yung orientation ngayon. At imagine yung isa high school hindi ko na ina-attenan, pero yung grade school at saka yung toddler ko, yung kinder, struggle is real. So please, pagdasal nyo kami.
Pag si Len nag-leave of absence sa TMPOV, alam na natin. Nag-tutor siya.
Gumagawa ng project.
So actually, again, we'll have an announcement around our Wednesday session, Wednesday episode.
Hindi ko to kasalanan, di ba? This is not my di ba? This is not because of me.
Because we're moving to our BAU schedule, no? Pero just to wrap things up, and I'll mention my piece here. Obviously, we cannot stop learning, no? but it requires preparation that's more than hindi lang, it's not a month of preparation, it's not 2 months. It's preparation should include assessing areas to kung ano ang feasible
Yes.
sa isang location. You cannot apply, unfortunately, a national strategy on this. Hindi pwedeng kung ano ang standard sa Makati, sa Pasig, siya ang standard sa
Buong
Cordillera,
Pilipinas.
sa Tawi-Tawi.
Correct.
It requires localized approach, then guided by DepEd strategies too of what should be the overall objectives. Kaya nga, kahit yung iba pinagtawanan ng suggestion ng ating Pangulo na mag-radyo yung iba, even our governor in Pampanga is actually considering tele-learning. Like TV
Correct.
and mga, obviously it's only one-way learning kasi hindi makakapagtanong yung bata, but still it's a form of learning. So,
teka lang. Narinig niyo ba narinig niyo ba yung ibang suggestion sinabi, buksan na lang daw ulit ang ABS-CBN at gamitin for this purpose. Lalo na may mga black box sila and their reach actually is nationwide.
That's right.
And
I-convert sila into an
sinasabi na while
learning.
this is ongoing, the frequency of ABS-CBN and all
Makes
of their
sense.
infrastructure to support
Makes
that can actually support this endeavor. I came across this YouTube channel, I think they mentioned this, na bakit di nilang buksan ng ABS-CBN ulit tapos gamitin yung network nila sa
Kasi
para mga
hindi kikita
sineskwela.
yung ABS-CBN doon.
Hindi kikita. Kaya gamitin
Yan siya ng subsidy
Walang
ng
commercial
government
yun.
to at least makapag-operate, no?
Totoo.
I think it's worth looking.
Alam mo, this is a
Pwede di ka
period.
mag-sineskwela. Gamitin nila yung platform ng
Sineskwela.
sineskwela.
Kaya nga, levels.
Exactly.
Diba?
Ganun ang gagawin
Hindi pa nila yung showtime. Bahala sila kung gusto nila.
This is a period where it happens usually in wartime. Wartime, no? This is boring history. Where a government can take over a company, pwede yun. Bigyan sila ng income to operate. This is a
Executive
period
power.
may mga industries unfortunately na hindi kikita. So for educational institutions, probably lower your margin. When I say lower your margin, kung dati ang margin mo is 60%, 50%, 40%, lower it to near break even. Mga 10%, 20%.
So 10% CM, Char.
Huwag naman yung 10%. Grabe naman si 10%.
Sorry, unfortunately, nasa crisis tayo. And lower your margin, lower your profit margin. At yung iba, i-invest mo into supporting a long-term solution for them.
Yes.
Like, invest on parents training, invest on, powering up the skills of your teacher. And then on a national level, sa mga public school, again, it's a matter of money. Unfortunately, ito nga yung mahirap. And then this is my last piece, then I'll pass it to you guys. I know
This is your second last piece.
Oo.
Okay.
Kinikriticize ang government for borrowing money and where to spend this money. Ang dami nating gustong gawin nasa country, saan kukunin yung pera? So, borrowing is really part of a nation's life cycle.
Correct.
The good thing nga is because of the collective effort of this administration and Gloria Arroyo during his time, ang ganda ng credit rating natin, ang dali natin ang utang. Pag pinapautang tayo ng mga institusyon, it means they've graded our country capable of repaying. So, utang is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing provided may repayment plan tayo. And come on, ang dami niyong hinihingi. Humihingi kayo ng ayuda, humihingi kayo ng investment sa education, humihingi kayo ng subsidy sa transportation.
Mass testing.
Mass testing. Ang Diyos ko hugutin.
You know what?
Reality.
They should watch Shark Tank para maintindihan nila na why you need money. Shark Tank. Mapapanoorin niyo yun. It's not always na nangingiram ka ng pera, ano na yun. It's a bad.
Anyway, that's my piece. What about yours, friends? Okay na?
Kaya
Okay
ko
na
to.
tayo.
Yun lang. Kailangan ko dasal ninyo, guys. Dasal lang talaga. Ako, I know in time, yung 2 hours of sleep, kaya ko yan. Sasanayin ko katawan ko. Dati nga ginigimik ko lang yan, di ba? Ng mga matapa-tapa tayo. Ibabawi ko sa weekend. Pero definitely, kaya natin to, mga magulang. Pero kailangan natin ibuhos ang oras natin sa ating mga anak. Yes. Our kids need our help the most.
What about our announcement, Jean, about our Wednesday?
Yes.
Don't
So,
blame
guys,
Len for this, ha? Wag nating sisihin
Don't blame me, ha? Hindi ako to.
No. Kasi because we're moving into the business as usual schedule for many of us. So all of us actually are migrating to that. So the TMPOV Wednesday sessions and Sunday sessions will be combined. So we will only be airing every Sunday moving forward. So this is actually our last Wednesday episode. It's
And
our
we'll
last
move-
Wednesday episode.
we will move
So
to
it will
a
be, at saka
weekly.
ano na, ha?
Oo.
We will
Once a
go
week
ahead,
na
go ahead,
lang.
sorry.
Yeah, so we're moving also to a different time slot. So we're no longer the morning POV, right? So we are going to be known moving forward as the TMPOV, right? And we are going to be airing Sunday, 8 p.m. until 9:30. So 1.5 hours.
Diba?
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Apat na kami.
1.5 hours every Sunday. We will be rebranded to TMPOV kasi hindi na morning. TMPOV could be trademark point of view. Pwede ring tell me your point
Tell
of
me your
view.
point of view.
So you
Diba?
can get it in whatever interpretation you want. So that's it, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys on Sunday, di ba? Sunday, totoo na
Sunday.
talaga to.
Welcome to the group, Erwin.
Oo nga.
Welcome.
Salamat. Wala pa akong pangalan, no? Wala pa akong
Nakompleto na. Ayun, tanongin natin ang
Nickname
Madam
Bigyan
ko.
nyo. Ipa
Tanongin
natin
natin
ng
sila.
kalembangers.
Ano suggestion?
Let them give a name for Erwin. Ano kayang magandang pangalan ni Erwin?
Ang someone
Diba?
na balikbayan, something like that. The something
And-
balikbayan.
And I hope our friends would still follow our. Anyway, I think it's getting a lot of good attention so far, no? Prime time Sunday night na
Samahan
daw
nyo kami,
tayo, no? And then Merville,
Mga
another
top
top
fans.
fan, no? Nice schedule
Mm.
daw. And I agree, this schedule will work for us. And,
Yes.
Guys, ang hirap kasi maligo ng Wednesday ng 6
Ayun nga.
a.m. Promise.
Tsaka yung nagmamadali.
Ang hirap. Grabe, nakakatatlong kape ako every time may TMPOV. Kasi ang aga-aga talaga. But I think Sunday, right after dinner, as we prepare to go to sleep, it's good
Daldalan
to,
na.
and
to
while
make
you
sure
are
that
drinking with
ako
your friends, kami ang isama niyo sa chismisa.
Pwede na tayo
Oo.
mag-wine habang pwede tayo mag-wine
Oo,
sa
pwede
Sunday,
na.
no?
So, pwede tayo mag-wine, no? Kasi
May
yung
excuse tayo to drink, no?
Ang saya.
Hindi na kape.
Yes.
Wine glass na yun.
Oo.
Correct.
Inuman.
Hindi na mag. Guys, samahan niyo pa rin kami. To chismis responsibly. I
Yeah.
hope you will still join us in the new time
Okay,
slot.
so
Anyway,
that's it for our Wednesday edition. Again, this is your Anti-Ignorance BFF MD. Salamat po for joining us and see you on Sunday.
tired but happy. Len here. Thank you for watching.
Oo, Erwin, mag-exit ka na. Paano
Wala
ba
ako
to?
siguro ako yung banaterong balikbayan. Wala akong masabi.
I love it.
Banaterong
I
balik.
love it.
Banaterong balikbayan kasi
Oo,
wala akong
maganda,
group ng
maganda.
banat. Pero
banat.
again, live from Dubai. Maraming salamat po ulit.
And this is your resident Maldita Jean. We will see you Sunday, 8 p.m. on TMPOV. Good morning, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.